Hey Stoned Roadie Show fans, I'm Shelby Barrett, the official Stonette for the Stoned Roadie Show, and this is Saturday Night Special with Craig Reed and Kathy GODSEY.
Hello there, this is Alan Collins, and you're listening to the
Stoned Roadie Show. The Stoned Roadie Show podcast 323, and roll 'em if you got 'em. Alrighty then, fellow Stone Roadie Nation. Looky here, looky here. This is another Saturday night special, and here we are with another episode with the lovely Kathy GODSEY. So, yeah, we put up a little post on Facebook for some questions. I think we're going to roll with those questions. But first, I want to acknowledge Lynn Jacobs Comby. She sent in another $40 for the Lynyrd Skynyrd Forgotten Survivors Fund. And looky here, we got the card right here, and I want to show it to y'all. It says, kindness is cool. And she sent cash, you know.
That was
kindness
really nice
is
of her.
cool. And so are you. Thanks so much. How about that? So thanks for that $40 for, we'll split that up between Mark Frank, Mark Howard, Paul Welsh, and Leslie, and Gene Odom. So there you go. So there's another receipt, so I don't forget who sent what and where it goes. And yeah, I'm proud to announce that I got out Dave the Disciple. I finally sent out his package out.
Yay!
Yeah, and he had a couple of different numbers. He had that graphics company going on, and he's making a new one or something and changing. So he's closed that one down, and he had a post office box, and then he had an address. So I wasn't sure where I was supposed to send it, and I sent him an email, and I wanted to get that package out, so I dug up his phone number, and I'd called it about a half a dozen different other times, but he finally answered it that time. Dave's a real nice guy, man. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got one of those old Firebirds like Burt Reynolds had with the honeycomb wheels on it and stuff. Yeah, it's cool. Cool guy. So yeah, so we got that out, and then hey, Wheelchair Chuck, you were like the first person to win the contest we were running. So I got your thing all ready to send out to you, so you can be looking forward to getting that in the mail here shortly. There, Wheelchair Chuck. We ain't heard from you or your wife Sandy for a while, so I hope y'all are doing good. But yeah, you got a package full of goodies coming your way from the Stone Roadie Show. So what else we got there, the lovely Kathy GODSEY? Hey, you went somewhere and met a famous person, didn't you?
Yeah, last night I went into New York City, Radio City Music Hall to go see the Penn and Teller show. And while I was standing in the foyer, I noticed a gentleman with a walker by the ticket booth. And I recognized him. It was Cavett. So I went up to him and I said, "Hi, can I help you? Can I get you a chair or something?" And he said, "No, I'm waiting for my wife who's getting tickets." And I said, "Well, okay." Well, I said, I'm a big fan of yours. I was trying to be kind of like nonchalant. "I'm a big fan of yours." And he said, "Oh, thank you." And I said, I loved the interview that you'd had with Janis Joplin and Raquel Welch. That was a great interview. I mean, all of his interviews were amazing, but that one in particular, I looked him up today. He interviewed so many people. He's a real old timer. He was very, very nice. He and his wife, he was waiting for his tickets. And I said, do you live in Manhattan? And he said, no, I live in Connecticut. But just a classic guy, you know, I mean, from the 60s. He did so many great interviews that it was so great to meet him. But I wasn't all over the guy. I just was kind of, you know, I said, well, you know, if you need any help, I'm a special ed teacher and I work with people, you know, maybe if you need help walking or something like that. But he was really, really nice. So I met Dick Cavett. No autographs, nothing like that. I just wanted to speak to him. So he was really nice. He was very nice. And so I've been off for a couple of months taking care of some things. I'm on a little summer break for school, a couple of weeks off of school. And I'm really happy to be back on the Stone Roadie show. I have about 15 questions that you put out on a post yesterday or the day before. Just a few questions and things that I want to say. I want to say prayers to, whoops, there goes my questions. I want to say prayers to Kimberly Bennett. I know she's been going through some health struggles, so prayers to her. And then cousin Figel, I haven't heard from him in a while. I called him last week, left a message. He called me back, left a message. I called him back, left a message. But I guess he's doing okay, right, Craig? What's the status with cousin Figel?
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. Yeah, he's
oh, good.
you know, chugging along. Yeah,
he's okay. I mean, is he you know, remaining steady with his health, or
yeah, you know, he lives by himself and he don't get out much, and so he's just kind of hanging around the house, you know.
Okay. Did he ever sell all of those objects that he wanted to sell? He had all those items. Remember, he sent you the hat.
Oh yeah, he's there every time I talk to him. He's always going, oh God, thank God for Robert Wheatley. Boy, he pulled me out of a hole. He said his water heater was broke and all kind of stuff was wrong, that he needed some money to help get fixed, and Robert bought a bunch of stuff off of him that, you know, made his life a lot easier. So yeah,
Robert Wheatley's a nice guy. He sent me that camera, which I have not yet used. I apologize. I'm going to. I have to sit down and figure out how to set it up. I haven't really been to any concerts. And then Disciple Dave, he's a gentleman who sent me that huge road case, that crazy big, beautiful road case with all the stickers on it. And I have all my Lynyrd Skynyrd stuff in there. It's all in one huge road case. So thank you to them. Very generous people. So I wanted to, you know, give prayers to Kimberly Bennett and cousin Figel. And actually, Carol Locke wrote me and said, has anybody heard from cousin Figel? And then when you put the, who's calling you? All right, take your call. It's either spam or his son.
Oh yeah, before we started this, I got one of these, and I brought the phone over here, but it's a spam call, yeah. So I just gotta let it ring until my answering machine comes on.
I wonder how long they listen to that message before they hang up.
Yeah, all right, good. Okay, now.
So they didn't listen to the whole message?
No, as soon as it gets, you know, to the part where I get so many unwanted solicitation calls, they hang up.
Good. I also want to say hi to Sydney Hudson. Every day she sends me these little religious mentions and things. So thank you to Cindy. Thank you to Angela Leonard. Javier Medina, he sent me this beautiful jacket. And I had it on before we started, but it's really warm out, so I took it off. But look at this jacket he sent me. Look at this. I love it. It's a large. It's a little big, but that's okay because I'd rather have it big than small. The first time I wore this, when he sent it to me, I wore it to the grocery store, Acme, and some guy comes up to me and he says, is that one of those original jackets like from the 70s that people used to wear? And I said, well, somebody just gave it to me. It's the first time I'm wearing it. But he was looking at he was asking me about Alan Collins and the band he was in. It was interesting. I got a couple of looks from people who were really interested in the jacket. So I just love it. Thank you so much, Javier. I love the jacket. I wear it a lot, especially now that it's getting cooler. I'm going to be wearing it all the time. But a couple of people seemed very interested in the jacket when I wore it and asked me questions. So thank you again. And Selena Langford.
Yeah, he sent me one, and the same thing happened. I put it on and wore it somewhere, and
Yeah.
some girl wanted it, so I sold it to her for
Really? Well, this one's not for sale.
Didn't have it on 5 minutes and sold it for $100. Matter of fact, there's two here that he sent me.
Wow.
One's a vest. It's a Rossington Collins vest, and the other one is a Lynyrd Skynyrd jacket. But one's a medium and one's a small.
Okay.
If anybody's interested in those, I'll show them.
I love this one. He sent me the other one, the Lynyrd Skynyrd one, but I actually prefer this one. I love this one. And then I have two other denim jackets. So the first one, if I wear that and somebody wants to buy from me, I'll sell it to them. But this is my favorite, the Alan Collins one. So thank you so much. Hey, Craig, by the way, what color are your jeans?
Oh.
What color are your jeans, Craig?
You didn't even see this.
Oh,
My jeans are blue.
my jeans are blue. My jeans are blue.
My American Eagle jeans are blue.
That ad, I have never seen that ad on television, but I've seen it on YouTube and all the hysteria. People go nuts over this. This girl's just filmed a commercial wearing blue jeans. Everybody is going crazy over it. It's just,
Brian Gibbons, I put those posts up, and he goes, "If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know who she was."
yeah, me neither. I wouldn't know it. And neither you had posted. I was like, "Who's this girl?"
But I saw Michelle Obama was comparing herself to Sydney Sweeney.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, and oh yeah, it's hilarious. The whole
Oh
thing's
my
hilarious.
gosh. The world is made up of different colors. You know, when you go to Old Navy or the Gap, I think it's Old Navy. I was there a long time recently. All the posters they're none of like Caucasian blonde people. They're all multicultural, but no Caucasian blonde people. It's everybody else. So, hey, listen, you know what?
Hey, I heard blondes with blue eyes are back.
Well, thank
I
you.
don't think they ever went anywhere. I think they've.
I'm a minority in my family because I was one of six. I am one of six. And I'm the only one with light hair and blue eyes. So I guess I'm the oddball, but that's okay. I don't mind.
I got blonde hair, and I used to have blue. I have blue eyes, and I used to have blonde hair.
Right.
I posted a picture of myself the other day on Facebook when I was 5 years old.
With blonde hair?
It was a painting. Yeah, it was actually a painting that my sister had done when I was 5 years old. 70 years ago, almost.
A lot of people start out with blonde hair, you know, and then it changes colors. Like Alan, I think Alan had blonde hair when he was in grammar school, right? I think I remember seeing a picture. Didn't he have straight blonde hair? He did.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
His first grade or second grade. And by the way, what's with that expression? What is he thinking in that picture?
Man, that's the typical Alan look right there. I'll tell you, I've saw that look so many times.
So what could he be possibly saying?
Go ahead and take that picture. I thought you said you had drugs. Or
yeah,
who do you think's the best guitarist player in the world? Me, you stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's the kind of look he gave to me when I tried to take the picture and I didn't have the photo, the lens opened. I had to close and I said, oops. And he said, hurry up while I still say yes. And that's the exact same expression he had. That's a great expression. Great. I love it. So thank you for having that as a backdrop.
You're so full of shit.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I sent that post to you. The picture of that Gary Rossington statue, those little what are those things? Those little pop things, Funko Pops.
Yeah, it's
They
the
made
Ronnie.
one of
It's the Ronnie.
yeah.
It's the Ronnie one, though.
They made one of Ronnie and one of Gary.
Oh, I didn't see the one of Gary.
Well, I was thinking, where's Alan? But the comments on the picture, Gary, somebody said, who is that? It looks like a Hasidic Jew. That look like Gary. But
I would
Funko Pops
imagine
those are collector's items. Some of those, the ones that are limited series, I don't know what you do with them, but they make them out of a lot of people. They make them. There was an Amy Winehouse one. I was trying to get that. I couldn't find it, so I just gave up. But I don't know why they did Gary and Ronnie and not Alan, but that's pretty. I don't know. I didn't think it looked like them. So, especially if somebody thought it looked like Hasidic Jew, it's definitely not Gary's likeness. So you ready for a couple
shot. I had a shot put away for when I was toasting Lynn for sending that money in. So I forgot to drink it then, but I'll drink it now.
Okay.
Yeah, Len sent these mugs to me. That's why.
She's very sweet. Thank you, Len Cumby, for sending that. She sent me a couple of things too. That was very sweet of her. And I sent her some pictures in return. So we were going back and forth a little bit. So you ready to answer some questions?
Yeah, sure.
First thing, please, to anybody who's watching, please like and subscribe to the podcast. Doesn't cost you any money. Just look down. If it says subscribe, that means you're not subscribed. So just press the button. You don't have to register or anything like that. Just do it, please. And
yeah,
just
the
like
money
it.
we raise from the podcast goes to the forgotten survivors.
Yeah. So we expect everyone who's watching this to subscribe. And then I'm going to check next week and see if the numbers go up. So I got a question from Rick Droder. He wants to know if Ronnie was going to leave Peter Rudd.
I'm not Ronnie, and he never specifically told me he was, but I saw things that indicated that was the direction he was headed. Yeah.
Why?
He wanted to manage himself, I think. He wanted to, work, he wanted just to write and manage. He knew his throat was going out. He said, I'll just get Johnny to sing and I'll just write and manage.
So it wasn't anything against Peter Rudd. There was no kind of conflict or anything like that?
I think he thought that Peter was getting a little bit too much of the profit. I don't know.
Okay.
But, Peter Rudge put up a lot of money. Without Peter Rudge, they would have never been able to buy their way out of those contracts they had with Al Cooper and Al Walden. So, I'm not sure.
Oh, that's right. It's Rudge. He has Rudd. It's Peter Rudge.
Peter Rudge. Yeah.
Okay. He had Peter Rudd. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
but I still don't see why us survivors weren't or didn't sue Serb Productions for some kind of compensation. Because in my eyes it was the management's fault that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was no insurance on the airplane, that's the management's fault for making, for letting that to happen without proper insurance.
That wouldn't happen today.
Stupid.
If God forbid a plane crash or tragedy happened like that, you'd better believe there'd be lawsuits.
Yeah, there was 26 people on that plane, and there was $1.5 million worth of insurance on it. That's stupid.
Yeah, that is.
They
were taking a big risk
on an airplane that was 40 years old. I don't know. It was a 40-something airplane, and it was 77. So that was, you know,
Yeah.
pretty old plane.
Okay. All right. Got a question. Craig, would you know what became of the white PVs that Skynyrd used in 76, 77, and 87 for the tribute tour?
Well, all that white peavy stuff, they used for a while, but during that flood in Nashville, we were using all that stuff all the way up until, 2006 when I left. We were still using all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then a lot of that stuff was in that rehearsal place in Nashville, Stage One or whatever that place is called. I forget, but it got flooded out, and a lot of that stuff was destroyed in that flood, along with oh God, who's the guy? There was I don't know how many guitars that were destroyed in that
Oh,
flood.
that's awful.
Old guitars.
Belonging to who? Other bands or just Skynyrd?
Yeah, no. Other bands. All that place was housed all everybody stored their stuff there in a big warehouse.
Oh, that's
And
terrible.
I can't think of the people that lost a lot of guitars, but there was a lot of people that lost a lot of old vintage guitars in that thing.
And what was this, like a hurricane, or what was this
There
that,
was a flood, a Nashville flood. I think Ricky,
oh gosh,
I think Ricky Medlock's Explorer was in there.
really?
Had to have it redone. Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay. So you don't know if anything is left over that is
Well,
still being used?
all that stuff belonged to Gary Rossington. So I know I saw pictures of Gary's collection of stuff, and there was a lot of Peavy stuff in there that was tweed, and the only tweed stuff that Peavy ever made was stuff that they made for Skynyrd. So I guess Gary, put some of that stuff in his collection. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But if Skynyrd has any, the tribute band have any possession of any of that stuff in their warehouse, or
Mm-hmm.
if Dale has a separate place where Gary's guitars are, because Gary had
Mm-hmm.
he's got like 175 guitars, and he had a bunch of amps and stuff. So, it'd take, a warehouse to house his stuff.
Right.
And he might have a lot of that PV stuff. I
I
don't
wonder
know.
what Dale's going to do with all of his stuff. Their children don't play the guitar. She doesn't play the guitar.
It's worth money. It's like,
Yeah. But I
it's
wonder if
like
she's planning to sell it.
When Ed King was buying guitars,
Mm-hmm.
he knew he was dying, and he kept buying guitars. I'm going, why does he keep buying guitars? He knows he's dying. God, after he died, those guitars were worth a lot of money because they belonged to Ed King.
Yeah. But I wonder if eventually, well, at some point, maybe she'll sell them, or maybe she'll just give them to her daughters and
She's
hand them down. But
she's got somebody working on the collection,
okay.
trying to verify the collection and stuff. But when he left Jacksonville, when he left the Alan Collins band, and left Jacksonville and went to Wyoming, I don't think he had 10 guitars.
Really?
And he didn't have any amplifiers, a couple maybe,
Right.
but he didn't have any in his possession. So I don't know where he came up with all this collection,
He's been buying them. He's been busy shopping over the past
Yeah.
40 years, whatever. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting to know if anybody knows what happened to any of those amps or anything, if any of them are still being used. It's interesting. But what about the Skynyrd tribute band? They're not using any of that stuff that you know
I
of?
think they're using they don't really have an amp line like Lynyrd Skynyrd used to have an amp line. They have a set now. They have an optical illusion.
Yeah.
They have, they have a whatever their concept is for the tour. They have a set. You don't see none of their amps. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. So we don't really know what happened to those, but
they got guitar players that want to play through their own shit.
mhm.
They don't want to, but they need to play through something that sounds like those old mesas, to get that
Yeah.
sound,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a musician, so I can't speak like a musician where their heads are,
Okay. All right. So Dennis Odom wants to know about party stories during Lynyrd Skynyrd, those old days. What did you guys do to get kicked out of hotels? Exactly. I know you threw you threw television sets out of the windows, right? But is this something that they did every time they stayed at a hotel, or were certain nights, or
one time, Billy or Leon stuck the fire hose under Billy's door and turned it on and flooded the whole. Luckily, it was the bottom floor, so it didn't go through
oh my
the ceiling,
gosh.
and flood. And they had, and then Leon threw we were staying at the in Denver at this big Holiday Inn that was circular, and down the center of the hotel was a laundry chute, and Leon thought it was funny that he could put stuff in that laundry chute and it would fall 14 floors.
Oh my gosh.
He
So
was
he
sticking
was
all kind of stuff in that laundry chute. It was going to the,
well, so is it
yeah,
mostly
we would
hit
tear up rooms. The after show parties, we would tear up rooms, and it's just
because you were happy? You were angry. They were happy, right? So they were just having fun and just, right? That's what they were doing. Yeah.
tearing up
Okay.
rooms. Just that one time Gary, I don't remember we get through it out of the hotel, but Gary was trying to get some ambience in his room, so he had one of those fake fireplaces with the fake logs in it, and he thought it'd be cool if he put a candle in there on top of the logs. Well, the candle burnt down and started the logs on fire, and and the fire alarm went off, and we got thrown out. I don't remember getting thrown out. We probably did. I don't know.
So if the band got thrown out, where did they go? Just in the next closest hotel?
Went to another hotel. But there
God.
were hotels the cities where we couldn't stay anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, when we booked a tour, the management had to book us in under a fake business, and they said,
Really?
"Man, you guys can't screw this up. We there's no place else we can go, so you can't even indicate that you're with a band or nothing, or because you could have stowed out of here at your ass, because
Yeah.
we ain't got no place else to go."
I would think they would be kind of conspicuous looking when they come in the
Well,
hotel,
yeah.
right? They're
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, you
conspicuous.
couldn't tell anybody where you were or anything in certain places
Wow.
because they'd be calling. I want to talk to Lynyrd Skynyrd. Somebody with Lynyrd Skynyrd. Lynyrd Skynyrd's not allowed to stay here. Well, they're there.
They're
I
hiding.
know they're there.
hiding,
My friend works for him, and I know he's there.
And they never recognized them, down in the lobby or
Yeah, you weren't allowed to wear no Skynyrd shirts or anything, but everybody had Skynyrd stickers on their luggage and shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what?
I did.
Well, how many times did they get thrown out? I mean, over 50 times, or was it like a routine thing, or just every once in a
We
while? You're
got
part of
thrown
it.
out of every hotel in Kansas City, I know, and St. Louis, I think, and in Colorado, Denver, Salt Lake City, or Denver. Yeah, we got
But
London.
they,
We
but
got
they,
thrown out of
they,
every hotel in London.
but they paid the repairs, right? They had to pay the repairs.
Yeah. Yeah, that one what they call the blood bath of Germany when Ronnie cut Gary's hands all up. Yeah, they
Yeah.
had to buy all the carpet. That was an old hotel,
And
and they cost them thousands of dollars. They had to buy all the carpet.
what did the management say about this? Were they like, oh, whatever, or were
Well, I
they
don't
really?
know. I didn't
Yeah,
personally deal with it. I just kind
right.
of laughed about it.
But didn't
I
stop
thought it
them,
was
right?
funny. I thought it was
Wow.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good question. Thanks for sending that one. I
Well,
always wondered
Leon, when
too.
I said we were in Las Vegas, I think, I think, and I was they put Leon in a room next to me, and I was with some woman, and they called me and going, Leon. Or they called me and goes, Leon, what's happening to Leon? He sounds like he's killing himself or something. I said, I'm occupied. I don't know what the hell Leon's doing. He goes, well, go check on him. And I went over there, and he had thrown every piece of furniture in his room out the window, busted the window and threw
So
it
he
out.
was really the biggest, the biggest, right? I mean, did Alan ever do anything like that?
No,
No. What about Gary?
yeah, probably Gary tore his
Yeah.
room up a little. Yeah,
Seems
Gary,
like,
yeah, because one time Ronnie, Gary had torn up his room and they had to pay for it, and Ronnie said something happened to the those doors with the vents in them, and
mhm.
and it had a couple of slats missing out of it where Ronnie had busted the slats out of it, and Ronnie said kicked it, knocked them all out. So that's how you mess up a door. Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Alan was married with children at home. I mean, I wouldn't think that he would engage in that. Gary wasn't, he didn't have kids. I mean, Alan had kids, so I could see him not really engaging in that destructive behavior. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm glad to hear he didn't do that. Uh, next question. Oh, this is from Kimberly Bennett. This is for me. She says, Kathy, what drew you to Alan Collins? Well, just about everything. First, I heard him play the guitar. I heard him play Freebird and all those songs. And I looked at the record to see who the band members were. And I saw Alan. And I saw his face and his physique. And then I started watching him play, pictures. And then I was like, okay, that's it. He's my idol. And then I knew that I was going to meet him. I knew it. There's nothing that was going to stop me from meeting him. So it's everything. It's his smile, the way he talks, his physique, his whole look, his playing, his writing, his ability. The fact that he wrote Freebird, that he played those solos. I love his sound, the sound that he plays. I love those guitars he plays. The two, the Explorer. I just love Alan Collins. He was my idol. So that's it. Can't say anything else about it. So
He's my idol too.
yeah, well, you were friends with him. I wasn't. I feel blessed that I got to go to his home, and thanks to Gene. But yeah, That was very blessed, but I knew that was going to happen. I knew that I was going to make it happen. All right, so Kevin Morris wants to know, what is the most memorable object that you have, I guess, that you have right now from working with Lynyrd Skynyrd? Is there one thing in particular? Maybe there's not one thing. I know you have all those gold albums, you have guitar picks, you have all kinds of stuff. Is there one thing that you would say is the most memorable? Not most valuable, not that whether or not you would sell, anything that is really, really, really special to you from Lynyrd Skynyrd.
There's a lot of things.
I know. Is there, or just give us a couple of things. Doesn't have to be one. What is most memorable? You look at it.
Probably
and it just,
something in here, but I can't find it right now.
yeah.
I don't know.
You have the passes, you have the gold albums, you have all those pictures. You have, you have the Christmas card from Alan, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I have. I don't know what would be the most.
You have Alan's
sentimental.
car in your backyard, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
the car.
Ronnie's tackle box is down there. I guess that would be the most.
Yeah, really?
thing in my sight. Yeah, I guess that would be Ronnie's tackle box is right there.
Well, besides the tackle box, what did you think? Like, what really is, heartwarming to you that you have that is so special that you would never give away or never sell? I mean, what do you think is just really special to you? Anything in particular? You look around your home, anything at all?
Yeah, I would never sell my gold records.
Yeah, no.
No.
And you have a lot of them. You have like 24 or something like that?
Yeah, I got a couple dozen. Yeah.
So did everybody get one? So it's not just the band members, but the crew got the gold album too?
Well, back then it was the direct band crew, me and Kevin, Joe
Okay.
Barnes, Chuck Flowers, Raymond.
So you all got the gold albums in addition to the band members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what about the Honkettes? They got the gold albums too,
But
right?
I'm the only. Me and Kevin are the only ones that have them all.
Oh, okay. And the band members.
And he did. Well, I have more than him because. No, maybe not.
Yeah. How did you get more than Kevin?
I was with him. He was never with the band after '77.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You got them from Rossington Collins,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's where I
Okay.
got it from. Yeah.
Did you get any of them from the Lynyrd Skynyrd tribute band, or were they all
They
from
don't
the
have
original?
any that I know of.
Okay.
No, they don't have any
Okay.
that I know of.
Yeah. Okay. They didn't have any gold albums. All right. A couple of weeks ago, or about a month or so ago, I asked on Facebook, can somebody send me the guitar chords for All I Can Do Is Write About It? So one of the aides in my classroom at school likes to play the guitar. And we have an acoustic guitar in my classroom. So he likes to play with it. And I said, if I get the guitar chords, would you play this song? So Doug Brandt sent me the guitar chords. Thank you so much. I printed them out, and I have this 23-year-old guy playing All I Can Do Is Write About It in my classroom. I actually put on the videos of Lynyrd Skynyrd and the live videos, and I said, this is the best band in the world. So he just is blown away by Skynyrd, obviously. I showed him T for Texas and Crossroads live, and Freebird, obviously. All right. Jerry Birchie, he wants to know who was mixing the monitors. Tell us about that. What was going on with the monitors? After you were hired with Joe Barnes, they were apparently, before they were using PV equipment. Who is the monitor mixer guy?
That had to have been Rock and Roll Audio, and that would have been a guy named K-Boy. from
Okay.
Texas.
K-Boy. His name was
K-Boy.
K-Boy?
That's when Andy Tanis was working with Rock and Roll Audio when Ronnie pushed the Fender twin cabinet up over on his head. Yeah, Alan's
Wow.
Fender twin cabinet top the Fender twin top, the amp and the two speakers.
Right.
Ronnie pushed it over and hit Andy in the head with it. He was trying to
Aw.
figure out the power.
Aw.
That's when Ronnie went and Andy auditioned for Ronnie and Ronnie told Andy, "I don't want to ever see you out here on the road again. Pursue your dream." And then Andy got a job with Black Oak, Arkansas
Oh, did
as a
he?
bass
Okay.
player. Yeah, he was the bass player for Black Oak, Arkansas.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember them. I liked them. They were a good band. I think I saw them in concert too, with one of those big rock fest things with a bunch of bands. I think they were in there. All right, got a question from Jeff. He wants to know about Jimmy Dougherty. How did he die? Do you know that?
Who?
Jimmy Dougherty. Wasn't he the singer for the Alan Collins band?
Yeah, I'm not. You know what? I can't comment on that. I don't know.
Okay.
It's surprising that he died. I don't know why. Don't
He
know
was
what
young?
happened.
Was he young?
He was younger than me.
Okay.
Not much younger, but younger than me.
How long ago did he die? Do you know?
Long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, long ago.
Really? Okay. All right. So, well, you could probably Google that or find out in a wiki or something like that. But you just want to know if you know. Now, Theodore Skinner, when you put Kathy Godsey's coming back to do the Saturday Night Special, got any questions? Theodore Skinner said, it's about time. So, thanks, Theodore. He's a good guy. Now, Tim Fawcett, oh, this is cool. He sent me a YouTube video link. Anybody who doesn't know this is going to want to check this out. Go to YouTube. It's called Cacti and Freebirds, the birth of the Rossington Collins Band. This was recorded in August of 1979. It's over an hour long. And they say it was recorded at Alan Collins' house or his studio when Alan, Gary, and Billy and Rusty Day, I guess they were, Rusty Day was a former bandmate of Steve Gaines. They had him audition as the new lead singer for the, their two, the band that would be the Rossington Collins Band. But they got together at Alan's house and they were playing songs. It said Alan frequently used between 1979 and 1985 his rehearsal space. Rusty Day brought Mondo to sit on bass because Leon couldn't play in his current condition. The recording is only a small fragment of the session that took place, which started at night and ended early the next morning. It is great because this guy is interviewing Gary, then he's interviewing Alan, asking them about, how they were getting together the new band and then how they wound up getting Dale Krantz in the band. They're jamming. You can hear Alan jamming, Gary jamming. Gary sounds completely wasted. Alan talks very, very, clearly and fluently. It's a great, great, great video. I had never seen that before. But again, if you look under YouTube, it's called Cacti and Freebirds, the birth of the Rossington Collins Band, August 1979. It's an excellent, excellent video to listen to, or it's a audio recording to listen to. Have you heard of that, Craig?
No, because Gary called me and said, me and Alan are putting a band back together. Do you want to come with us? And I went, well, yeah. I said, what's happening? He goes, I says, who's in the band? He goes, so far, me and Alan. Because
Yep.
Leon was still messed up, and
Mhm.
I don't think they had talked to Billy. Billy was in Vision or something at that time, and so was Leon. So
And I think they said Artemis wasn't able. Something had happened to Artemis, so he wasn't able to play. It's a really good recording. It was one of the most interesting ones I'd heard because you hear them talking a lot. Alan's talking a lot. Gary's talking a lot.
but
Yeah,
they,
and
that was before even Dale was even a
yeah,
thought, because they were looking for like Paul Rogers
hmm
and Lou Graham, and they were looking for somebody like that, and they were asking me to help them get in contact with people like that, because I went right after Journey. I went right down to after the Journey tour I was on in '79. That's when I was talking to Gary, and Gary asked me to come and be with the Rossington Collins band, and I left right away and went down and opened the garage. That's when I opened the garage door for the warehouse and found all the clothes in there from the plane crash.
right.
That was right at 1980. And that's when I, called everybody about all the clothes that were in that warehouse. And that was, I never even knew about. I'd heard of Rusty Day, but I never heard about that particular situation.
Yeah, and somebody brought Mondo to sit in on bass. Do you know who Mondo
I've
was?
heard the name Mondo. I've heard that name
Okay.
before.
All right,
To make it confused with Mongo from
right.
Blazing Saddles. Mondo. I've heard that. I've heard
Yeah.
that before, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to post this video link on the notice when you put out the Stone Roadie show. I'm going to post that YouTube because I thought it was really great.
Yeah.
I didn't even listen to the whole thing. It was great. It's jamming, conversation. At the end, it gets a little bit crude, the conversation, but it's great to hear Alan talking too. To hear them just talking, in their homes. I thought it was really, really good. So, yeah, they said that. I think they said it took about 3 weeks to record the whole Rossington Collins band in the studio. Do you recall that?
That's about right. Something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
We
really
went
good.
we went out to El Adobe in
Yeah.
El Paso, Texas.
And they both said that. Alan and Gary both said that they recorded at El Adobe.
Hmm.
And again, Alan sounded completely, he didn't sound like he was under any influence of anything, but Gary talked really, really slow. And you could tell he was definitely pretty messed up, but it's good anyway. All right. I got a question from Lori Shoemaker. She wants to know, do you have any news on Paul Abraham? She said, last I heard, he was stage 4 and he had stopped his treatments. Did you hear that?
That's what I had heard too. That
Oh,
he was stage 4 and had stopped treatment. Yeah,
oh, poor
that's
guy.
all I know as well.
Well, prayers to Paul Abraham and cousin Figel, Kimberly Bennett, all the people who need that right now. Well, Paul, if you are listening to this, please reach out to Craig. Let him know how you're doing. All right. This is a question from Len Cumby, Patricia Len. She said, I was listening to podcast number 99 with Billy Fender. They were talking about how Craig and Billy Craig and Billy said they recalled him jumping on the trampoline while drinking Jack Daniels in Alan's backyard. Do you remember that? Somebody jumping on Alan's trampoline while drinking Jack Daniels in his backyard?
No, I don't remember that. Alan did have a trampoline in his backyard, but I don't remember.
It was probably Craig, if he doesn't remember. She wants to know who was it?
I
Who was
don't think
jumping on the trampoline?
I don't remember ever jumping on that trampoline, to tell you the truth.
Oh, Maybe it was Alan.
I never saw anybody jump on that trampoline
No?
that I remember, just the kids. Yeah.
Okay, so we don't know the answer to that, but I would think maybe Craig. All
It might
right.
have been me. You know what? After I think about it, I did jump on it a couple of times.
Yeah, because you were pretty active, right? You had your roller skates on and roller blades, and
Yeah, I
you were
used to
doing a
do
lot of stuff
flips
like
on the
that.
trampoline, but I don't remember. Don't really. I
Wow.
kind of remember now trying to remember how to do flips on the trampoline. I kind of remember
That's the one thing you're not supposed to do in the trampoline or flips. You know, you could break your back. You could
that.
knock the wind out of you. That's the one thing you're not supposed to do.
I think I was doing forward flips, and to be safe, I was landing on my butt because I didn't want a chance to try to land on my feet and go flying.
Yeah. Those things are very
I
dangerous. We used
remember
to
that.
have one, and we didn't have the fence, the net, the thing around it, you know, the net, but we wouldn't let our kids go on there unless we were standing right there. And we used to have to chase the neighbors out of the yard. They'd want to come over on the trampoline. We're like, you can't go on the trampoline. We're not, you know, this is our liability, so they're dangerous. All right, got a question from Glenn. He said, okay, it's kind of, I'm going to read to you the whole email. He said, I'm a hardcore fan of the original Lynyrd Skynyrd band from the Bay Area. Although I was too young to see the original band, I want to ask you to ask Craig if Bill Graham filmed the entire concert of this show in San Francisco. He said, I know on YouTube that they showed Sweet Home Alabama and Freebird, but did they film the entire show or did they only film those two shows? Do you know?
I have the whole tape, the
You
black and white
do.
tape. Yeah, I have it. I have the whole tape.
Ooh, wow, from the whole San Francisco show.
Hmm.
What do
I
you
got a whole bunch of shit.
Are you planning to share it with us or are you going to keep it to
I
yourself?
never thought about it. Yeah, I have the whole. I have a bunch of stuff that's like that. Just you know.
Well, who recorded it?
It was done at Bill Graham. They recorded all their shows out there.
And why'd they do it
It's
black and
all in
white?
black. It's in black and white.
Okay. So, do you think you might like everybody would love to see it. Do you think you might
God, you
release
know
it
what?
or
It's on. I think it's on VHS tape.
okay.
Oh, it is. It's on VHS tape.
Well, that could be
It
transferred.
might be. I don't know. I might have copies of it somewhere. God, I don't.
Unless it's VHS, it might not even be there. They say VHS, the quality gets really bad after a while.
I have a VHS to DVD.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a, I have a VHS to DVD burner.
ED.
I have one that I've never used. So
VHS to
I've got one
DVD to
I've never used.
CD.
I've had it for I don't know how many years I've never used it. I've also
Well,
got a record player that burns CDs that I've never used.
oh my gosh.
I've used the record player a couple of times, but I've never burned a CD with it.
I still have my record box. It was from the 60s. It's that little box for the 45s. You know, you put all your 45s in there. It's like a little old box with the cover and the little handle, the box that had a buckle on it. I have all old records from the 60s and 70s in there, 45s, with the little adapter. You know, had that little adapter in the center of it.
Oh yeah.
But I have no way to play them because I don't have a turntable
Oh
anymore
yeah.
or a speaker. But anyway, how about
I was talking about that record player to DVD player. I bought that because Mike Estes, the first song he ever wrote was "How can I love you with her on my mind? I'm tired of wasting your precious time. I'm tired of laying my heart on the line. And how can I love you with her on my mind? That's
That's a
how it
song
goes.
Mike Estes wrote that song?
Yeah.
I never
And
heard that song.
well, I know it's an original Hell and High Water song. And I still love
Oh,
that song. And I was gonna, it's on a 45. And
really?
I was gonna take it and burn it onto a DVD and sell.
Well,
And I never
yeah.
did. I just never. I told Mike, I said, I'm gonna get this. You won't do nothing with How Can I Love You? So I'm gonna make DVDs. I still tell him he should do that song. It's a great song.
Yeah. I mean,
How
because
can
you
I
just,
love you with her on my mind?
what about that concert? I mean, are you thinking about letting everybody else see that concert? We would love to see that whole concert.
Oh,
What's involved? Is it a big deal?
ones with Mike Estes all in Japan.
No, the whole Skynyrd, the San
Oh,
Francisco concert.
I'll have to
Yeah.
dig that stuff up. God Almighty,
Yeah.
it's in one of them cabinets out there in my kitchen.
Oh God, everybody would love to see that, you know. That's something you have that everybody
the
wants. You could,
the Winterland thing. Yeah.
yeah, you could sell
Oh,
that. My God, you can make money for that.
I thought there's probably, I don't know. I would think there was copies of that somewhere out there.
Well, why did they only release those two songs on YouTube?
I don't
Free
know.
Bird and Sweet Home Alabama. Why did they not release the whole concert?
At that time, it's probably the only songs people knew. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, think about that. Glenn, thanks for sending
Those are
that. That's a
still the
really good.
most popular songs, I guess. Freebird in Alabama.
No, not Sweet Home Alabama. Well, maybe it's popular, but
Oh
you
my
know, it's,
God, you got to be kidding! Sweet Home Alabama. When you
is it
people say,
really?
"Oh my God," yeah, people go Leonard Skinner. I don't know who Leonard Skinner. I go,
Yeah.
you go, Sweet Home Alabama. Oh yeah, I know that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. It's popular, but
I
it's
mean,
not the best song.
it's been on beer commercials. It's been on hamburger. It's been on fried. Ed King said that fried chicken paid for his house or something from the jingle on the front for the fried chicken. Or yeah.
Now, are the people like the band members still getting royalties from when they play these songs?
Oh yeah, yeah. You
They
get
are.
royalties on those forever. God,
So,
yeah.
like Alan's
If that
daughters.
song's attached, it's like if we play a song on this podcast, if it's somebody owns rights to it, somebody if you
Okay.
play any part of a song, you'll lose the rights to your podcast because you're using that song. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. Okay. So Alan's daughters are still getting the proceeds from, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. All right. That's interesting. Well, think about that, Glenn. That was a great question. We got to get that in Craig's ear. Maybe he'll think about releasing that or sharing it or
Matter
doing
of fact, now that you mentioned that, it's like I don't know how Alan's will was written up, but I had kind of heard that Amy, Alan's daughter Amy, had sold her portion of Alan's estate to somebody in the band from the ex band.
Yeah.
I don't know how she couldn't liquidate Allison's part without. I don't think they would sign that over.
But Allison would need she probably has a guardian.
Betty takes care of
Yeah.
Allison's
Yeah.
affair.
She has a guardianship.
I don't think Betty would sign that off. I'm not sure though. I'm talking like a
Yeah.
man with a paper asshole. I don't. I don't
So if
know.
that were the case, then Allison would still be receiving royalties
Oh
if she
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
sell. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
It's interesting. I wish we could find out, but it doesn't really matter, but it's just interesting to know. All right. I got a question from Mars Hancock. Did you all ever tour or play with the Doobie Brothers?
Once, I believe we did, yeah.
Okay, what were they like?
I think it was once in Miami. I think
Okay.
that was the Doobie Brothers.
So when you tour with these people or play with them, that means they hang out with them a little bit?
Nah, not really.
No?
No, if you're doing a show with, 5 or 6 different bands or whatever on it, one band might play at 2 o'clock, and then there's another band might not play until 8 o'clock. So you guys don't even cross paths.
Okay, gotcha. So it wasn't like they were all like, oh, we're sharing the bill, we're going to party and hang out.
A lot of bands that play early stay and hang out if somebody like the Rolling Stones or something is
Hmm.
headlining, people will tend to hang out the whole day, or Clapton or something. But
Right.
a lot of times they get, bands will play one gig and they have to leave right away to go to the next gig. It don't matter if they want to stay or not. They gotta travel, They don't have
Okay,
time
that makes
to
sense.
lollygag around.
Okay, what about Doobie Brothers? You said once that you remember. What about David Bowie?
We never
David
played with
Bowie.
we never
No.
played with Bowie. I saw Bowie in the Spiders from Mars in Cleveland before I even thought about getting into Skinner. Yeah. I saw that Spiders from Mars tour. It was cool.
He was great. Oh my God, David Bowie. Okay, what about Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah,
You
we
ever
did
play with
some
Fleet?
shows. No, I don't think we ever did shows with Fleetwood Mac.
No.
No.
What about Tom Petty?
Mm. Yeah,
Okay.
I think we did. Yeah, it seems like have a T-shirt with Tom Petty on it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Got the comment from Phil Eisenhower. He said, hey, Kathy, I love hearing your stories on the podcast. I was recently at a Circle K store, and guess who I ran into? Gene Odom. He only lives 10 miles away from me. What a great surprise. So he lives close to Gene Odom. Circle K, is that like a grocery store or market?
It's a gas station,
Oh,
convenience store gas station.
okay.
Yeah, they sell gas and
Okay.
convenience
Circle
store
K.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And Joey Yama. Joey Yama is a good guy. Hey, Joey. He wants to know. Oh, this is the last question. All right. The last question. I think this is the last question. He said, is it true that Donnie accidentally shot Ronnie when they were kids?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know
It
where he
said,
shot him, but he shot him somewhere. Yeah.
it said in an interview, Ronnie said that he had been shot. Gene said that Donnie actually accidentally shot him. The arm, the foot, what? Any idea?
I don't remember. Yeah. Seems like
Okay.
it was a foot or something.
Okay. We have to ask, maybe if Gene comes back on, you can ask Gene what happened with that. Didn't you say Ronnie shot himself in the foot to avoid the draft or something like that? Did you say
I
that?
don't remember.
I thought you said that. I thought you said that.
I don't remember. Maybe it was the fact that he got shot in the foot that he.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember.
Ronnie doesn't seem like he would avoid the draft deliberately. No, I don't
Oh
think he would
no.
deliberately avoid the draft. I don't think so. But um, yeah, that's interesting. So if anybody knows, or if Gene comes back on again, Gene knows everything. He's got such a great, you know, wealth of information. You know, Gene's my hero. He took me to meet Alan Collins. What more can I say? He's my hero. He'll always be my hero.
What
That's a great.
more can I say?
I never heard that song from your buddy, but I'll have to look it up. So that's a great picture. What was that from? That.
I don't know, but that's the first flag. They had that flag, and they said, Craig, figure out a way to display this flag behind the band. So I put two poles that stood straight up and had a big piece of pipe on the top, and I rolled the flag up on that pipe, and then when the band came out, I just unrolled the flag down, and
Wow.
it worked pretty well, unless it was outside and it was pretty windy.
Now, people didn't have a problem in the 70s with the Confederate flag.
No,
Yeah.
didn't have anything to do with race back then. It was just a
Yeah.
Confederate flag, you know.
Right. It was Southern pride, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's
today, forget it.
like back then, God, every car in NASCAR had a Confederate flag on it, and God, they
Mm,
had Confederate flags flying in the infield all over the place, and God, there was more Confederate flags in the infield than at the track than there were. I mean, NASCAR was Confederate. That was Richard Petty's had a big car had a big Confederate flag on the top of it. I mean, God, the Dukes of Hazzard and all that stuff,
mhm.
you know. Yeah, it was just, the woke agenda woke that stuff.
It's crazy. Yeah, today you're not going to see a
Do you hear
Confederate
what
flag.
happened to Cracker Barrel? Oh my God,
No, what happened to Cracker? Because I like
they
Cracker
changed
Barrel.
some woke 45-year-old woman went in there and changed the barrel to, from a Cracker Barrel. I think that's what crackers used to come in a barrel, didn't they? And that they call it. But they turned it into a racist thing, and now the old man with the barrel, they changed the whole logo and
Oh
the
no.
whole thing.
Oh no.
They've lost a couple $100 million in the last week because of that.
What? Because people don't like the fact that they changed their logo?
Because of the woke of that whole woke agenda, they've lost a couple $100 million just this week.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because of the
ridiculous.
logo and stuff. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. What the old logo was just a man standing over it, leaning over the barrel, right? Isn't that what it
Well,
was?
it's a Cracker Barrel, I mean, white people are crackers.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's
Yeah, now
ridiculous.
they're calling it a Caucasian barrel.
Oh, I didn't really. Oh, I can't believe it. That's why they. I
No,
really
they're
can't
not
believe how
really. I think it's still called
stupid
Cracker,
that
but they
is.
just changed the logo. But people are calling it
That's
Caucasian barrel now.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that is crazy. I love Cracker Barrel. There's one about an hour away, but I love it. I love it. It's so cute. The chairs, the rocking chairs out on the front and their menu. I don't eat the meat there, but the menu is good. That is crazy. It's an old country store. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Is a man sitting there in a chair. I don't know if you can see it. There he is. He's leaning against the barrel. I don't know if you could see it, but
No, you can't see it.
you can't see it. That is such a shame. Oh, that was Uncle Herschel.
I think
Oh,
Len Crombie. I think it seems like I read where her daughter just is going to college, and she just got her first job at a Cracker Barrel, and and she and she doesn't want the bad advertisement to affect the business.
that's
And
crazy.
Griff has one of the original hats, and Griff's trying to buy up all the hats he can buy with the original label. And he was going to, if tell your daughter that if they're saying to throw those hats away to gather up as many as she can get, I'll take every one she's got with the original logo on the Cracker
He should go on the website, see if they still have it. They probably are selling all that.
Barrel.
You know what I have from Cracker Barrel? That little game with the pegs, the little triangular
Uh-huh.
shaped wood board with the pegs. You have to jump the pegs, and I have that. It's like 5 feet away from me because they used to have those on the tables. Every table had a little peg
Oh
board, and you'd
yeah.
have to try to jump them. Yeah, but I love Cracker Barrel. I think it's such a cute store.
That'd probably be worth a lot of money in 10 years.
I can't believe they picked on poor Cracker Barrel. First it was Chick-fil-A, right? And now Cracker Barrel. That's a shame. Right? So it's the name. It's the name of the place, not the logo. They don't like. So why did they change the logo? Why didn't they change the name to?
I
If they
don't
were
know. They
offended
just
by
changed
it,
the logo. I don't know.
that's ridiculous.
I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
I don't know about
Well, I thought you
that.
said Aunt Jemima was coming back on the pancake and syrup boxes. Didn't you
Yeah,
say Aunt Jemima's coming back?
that's what I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Listen, this
I
is
don't know about
history.
Uncle Ben though.
You can't, you can't, you can't change the history of the United States. That it is what it is, you know? So,
Oh, it's
you
crazy.
can take all the pictures away, but the facts are the facts. This is the history of the country. But anyway, I want to get into politics. I just want to do skin formation when I'm with you. That's all. Well, it was nice coming back. I will come back in a couple of weeks, every like 3 or 4 weeks. I have a lot of animals here, and I'm going to be going back to work in about a week. So,
Yeah, we
uh,
did podcast 317 with you, and this is 323. So since
oh
we're
my
only doing once a
God.
week, we're not doing many uh,
Yeah, this is my big
senior
boy.
visits.
This is Angus. Angus is like 23 pounds, and he's nothing but trouble. He's nothing but trouble. He's a bad boy. Yeah. So, so Craig, before we end, you have to sing your song.
Oh
Um,
yeah, how about that?
you
Yeah,
haven't done that in a long time. That's
yeah.
because I haven't been around.
Which one? The one that Skinner is now closing their concerts with after they play Freebird. They go, "Happy trails to you
You
until we
until we
meet
meet
again.
again.
Happy
Happy trail
trails to
to
you
you.
until then. See you later, alligator." After a
After a
while,
while, a crocodile.
crocodile. And I guess I'll call that a wrap then.
Okay.
We're out of
Have a
here.
great rest of the weekend.
Cut.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep token until then.